Okay guys, so today we're going to learn about what tools we need in order to have success using our Cricut, our Silhouette, any die cutting machine for crafting. The first thing that we're going to need is going to be a Cricut grip mat. And this is the standard grip. There's the blue, which is the light grip, and the purple is a strong grip. You will use them primarily to hold your material in place. Since most of us will do vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, even heavy cardstock, you would use the green mat for that. The purple mat is used for more textured stuff. And the light blue one you can use for paper, thin paper, copy paper. The next thing that we need is a weeding tool. And some people will have a weeding tool like this one, or you might have the Cricut brand. There's many brands that look exactly like this. Some people use a weeding pen. Now, if you notice, this has a very thin, almost needle-like point. This is great for weeding really small lettering, script lettering. The weeding tool is used to remove any unwanted parts from the design that we cut. So once you have your piece of vinyl, we're going to be removing anything that we don't want in our final project. Next, we have the scraper. It's also known as a burnishing tool. And there's, once again, lots of different versions of this. We have this one. I have a large one that I use when I do very large projects. I also use this for a lot of my laser projects. You'll find them in lots of different colors. Different companies have them. And what we use this for is to make sure that we have better adhesion of the vinyl to the transfer tape once we're ready to take it off of the carrier sheet and put it in our final project. Another tool you want to make sure you have is scissors. You want to be able to cut any excess or trim any excess vinyl from your material so you have less waste. You can also use a paper trimmer. I find it's easier to go for your scissors. You can have a true control knife that's also used for cutting. Ultimately, it allows for you to have less material wasted in your projects. The second to last item and most important item if you're dealing with vinyl is transfer tape. Now I get this 12-inch by 50-foot roll, and I will link any of the products that I'm using below. It is a medium tack transfer tape. It has a carrier sheet, so it makes it easy for you to store and less wasted transfer paper when you're using it on your projects. And what you're going to do with that is you're going to transfer your vinyl onto your blank or surface of choice. So if you're placing it on a window decal, you're going to use this to transfer your paper from the carrier sheet onto the surface or blank that you're doing. A very important product that you will want to have handy at all times is rubbing alcohol. And this is just a push bottle. You can use a spray bottle. This helps to prep and clean the surface that we're going to be decorating. It removes any oils or dirt from the surface, especially if you use a lot of hand lotion or if it's been sitting in your craft room for a while full of dust. It's going to allow you to get your vinyl to stick better to the blanks. Okay guys, so those are the main items that I would say you absolutely need in order to have successful projects. Now there are some extra materials that come in handy but are not must-haves. I have a brayer tool, and I use this to put the vinyl onto the mat. So I'll put my vinyl here and I will press it on. When we do print and cut projects, you don't want to smudge the ink from the printer, so you can use this to also place the paper onto your mat. You want something to measure. You want to be able to measure your blanks to have a successful first cut. And if you do a lot of paper crafting, a pickup tool is definitely handy. This will allow you to take everything off of your mat easily. But again, those are extras. These to me are my must-haves if I'm working with the Cricut, Silhouette, any die cutting machine. These are must-haves for crafting. But those are just extras. These are my must-haves for crafting. Your scraper, rubbing alcohol, a weeding tool, something to cut, whether it's scissors or a true control knife. And of course, you need your Cricut mat to be able to have successful cuts with your machine.